Today we're going to answer a very commonly asked question. Hi everyone, it's Sherry. I hope that you are having a wonderful day. I get this one a lot. Stay tuned. Welcome to my channel. I am so glad that you decided to stop by, and welcome to all of my new friends and to all of my new subscribers. Welcome back to all of my longtime friends and longtime subscribers. Thank you all so much for being here today, and thank you so much for supporting me in so many different ways. Y'all, over the past few months, our little corner of YouTube has grown quite a bit, and I think that is just absolutely fabulous. And a lot of you have mentioned that you're binge watching. I really appreciate that because it helps my channel. But like with everything, when we're new, we have questions. And so I thought I'd take a moment and answer a question that's being asked a lot. So I'm going to flip to my overhead camera so that we can go ahead and answer that particular question. When I look at a question and I try to decide whether or not I want to make a video about it, I'm looking at those questions that are going to help the masses, the majority of the people watching my channel. If I get a question and it's specific to the individual and they have a question about something they want to make personally that no one else might ever make, unfortunately, I'm not able to focus on those questions. And I'll give you an example. If I get a question saying, I make these gigantic cookies, can you design a box for a cookie that is this big around and this deep? Now, don't get me wrong. Your girl loves cookies, but I'm not able to focus my energies on those particular requests. I really have to look at, if I'm going to make a video, how many people will this video benefit? Not to say that any one person is not important, but when I'm making a video, I really am making that video to go out to a lot of people. And a lot of people aren't making that specific cookie, so they wouldn't have a need. So y'all, that's the rationale behind my thinking when I look at my questions and I decide, okay, should I make a video about this? Have I gotten enough questions about this that I should probably make a video? And in this particular case, the answer to that is yes, because I do have a lot of newbies to my channel, and a lot of newbies might not have seen some of the older videos. They might not have seen where I introduced a product. And so I think that this video is going to be helpful. And over the past few weeks, I've seen this question in various forms, and so I decided I would make a video because some of you are going to know exactly what I'm talking about when I show what I'm doing. But for some of you who are new to my channel, this might be the first time you've ever heard me talk about it. And I got this question in a lot of different forms, and Nene 1969 actually really summed it up. She said, how do you know how much space is needed between the edge of the paper and where you lay down the chipboard? Well, the answer for me is I've been doing this since the beginning of time, so it's pretty easy for me to judge where I need to place down my chipboard on the paper. But if you're new and you're having a challenge placing the chipboard on the paper and spacing it properly, in October of last year, I shared with you guys this 5-in-1 tool. It solves the problem of spacing. So if you're not familiar with how to actually space, I'm going to walk you through it again. So for those of you who haven't seen this, it is a metal tool that is very handy, especially if you're new to paper crafting. And I'm going to show you why. And we're going to make a project that incorporates 3 of these little pencil grips that I shared with you in a previous video. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to be using these papers today. Now, these are from my digital farmers market collection. It is out on my website. I'll have it linked in the description box below. Y'all, I'm so glad that spring is here, and pretty soon it'll be strawberry picking time. And I thought, what better time than to use some strawberry paper? So we have this beautiful strawberry pattern, and then we have an inside liner that is red or deep, deep, deep pink polka dots. So I have some chipboard pieces, and I have covered those pieces in double-sided tape. I have 2 pieces that measure 8 by 2.5, and I have 1 piece that measures 1 by 8. So I am just removing the backers. And y'all, here is how I've always liked to work. Okay, this piece is 8.5 by 11. And ideally, I like to have at least 1/2 inch on all 4 sides to fold over. 1/2 inch to 1 inch is sufficient coverage to be able to fold over. So on this paper, I can see that I can get 1/2 inch this way, but it'll be a challenge for me to get 1/2 inch at the top and the bottom. And luckily, I have room to work with on this, so I'm going to turn it this way. And now we can place it down like this. But for those of you who have questions about how to space, we can take our 5-in-1 tool and we can place it in the corner, long way and sideways, like this. So now you can take your chipboard piece number 1 and put it down. And you can see that you have even spacing this way and this way. Now, if I didn't have the 5-in-1 tool and I'm looking to space in between, I can actually take a piece of chipboard and place it there. Then I can take my other piece of chipboard and place it down on the opposite side of that. But if you do have the 5-in-1 tool, you can now take it and take this long end here and place it right there. And now I can take my spine and just make sure that I have it placed against the metal there in the middle. And I have very good spacing. Again, I can take this piece, slide it over into position, hold it, and y'all, now we can put down this piece. So if you have the 5-in-1 tool, it is really designed to help you with your spacing. So now I can see that this is a little bit longer than I would want it to be. So I can take my tool and I can just remove some of that excess. And that will help me when I am getting ready to do my fold over. And I will just cut to meet the two. So to answer the question, the 5-in-1 tool is ideal for chipboard placement. It gives you about 3/4 of an inch all the way around in fold over border. So now I'm just going to take my stylus. We're going to go around. And I am just doing this to give myself a nice score because I know this paper isn't going to crack. But this also helps with cracking. So you just take your stylus, press it against the chipboard, and drive it into the paper. So now I can stand it up and we can train the paper to fold over. So another feature of the 5-in-1 tool is this section right here, this section. And it is designed to help you with your mitering. So if you find that mitering the edges is a challenge to you, you just place it down and you cut away that triangle and then you're left with a mitered edge. So I'm just going to go ahead and remove by mitering. So now I'm going to take my tape runner. We are just going to place some tape. Now I still don't know about this tape runner yet. I'm going to have to keep working with it a little bit before I actually say, okay, I really want to share this with you guys. So now I'm just going to take this and fold that over. I like the strawberry paper. I think it's very cute. Now let's just go ahead and get it nice and stuck. All right, so now we have a nice, fun, festive little jacket. And so now I'm about to answer another common question that I get, and that is, how do you know what size to make your inside liner? Well, we're going to put it in and measure this way and this way. This way is 8 inches. This way is 6.5. We simply reduce by 1/4 of an inch this way and this way. So we're going to take the 6.5 and reduce it by 1/4, and that will become 6.25. We're going to take the 8 and reduce it by 1/4, and that will become 7.75. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to 7.75 by 6.25. And so now we can take this piece and we can place it down, and we will have 1/8 of an inch spacing on all 4 sides. So now I am just going to take my tape and place it on the chipboard. So hopefully videos like this are helpful. I know to some of you who've watched me craft for quite a while, you're thinking, girl, I already knew this. And I am sure you did, but it's going to help people who are brand new to my channel. So I don't mind taking the time to do something that is going to help a whole lot of people at one time. So now I'm going to take my tape and we'll go around all 4 sides of the inside liner piece. And then we will join the 2 of these together. And we're going to have a really sweet little project, I think, when we're finished. Now I'm peeling away the tape backers from the jacket, and I'll also peel away the tape backers from the liner. Now we're going to take this piece and we're going to put it down like this. Isn't that pretty? And I'll use my big old spatula to make sure that I have everything nice and stuck. And then, y'all, we work our spine. So come in from one direction and work that spine, getting it nice and crisp. Then we'll rotate it and we'll come at the spine from this direction. So I am just going in, making sure that I am getting a nice tight spine. So when you're finished, you want your spine to look like this. You don't want any paper puckering on the top or the bottom. If you do have paper puckering, you simply need to go back in, work that tape, or work that glue and spread it. So now I'm going to take my big old spatula, go along the top, the sides, and the bottom of my chipboard, because this is what gives us that nice professional look. And then if your piece is a little bit stiff, just sort of work it back and forth. You don't want to stress the paper to the point of it cracking, but you can loosen it a little bit by just working that spine. So y'all, there is my little skinny folio, and it really does serve a purpose. So I am going to take these 3 and we're going to put these in like this. So I am going to grab my E6000 and I will take some E6000 and put it down. We'll take this piece and we're going to put it right there. Take my second piece, put it right there. And then I'll take my third one, and we're going to put it right here. And I'll straighten these in just a minute. So now I'm just going to wipe off the excess E6000, and then I'm going to take my baby oil soaked cloth and clean the nozzle, and that way my E6000 never gunks up and it never ever causes the lid to be stuck. So when I'm ready to use that E6000, it's ready for me. So I am just going to take this, stand it up, see if I can get them nice and straight. And then I have my pins. I'm going to go ahead and just put those in. This isn't completely dry yet, but I want you guys to see what it is I'm doing here. I think this is a great little gift to give to someone. You can actually put way more of the little pin grips in. You can actually give someone a complete set of colored pencils, and each one will have its own holder because you can use those pen grips. Now, I got a lot of questions about the pen grips. Y'all, this is made of a silicone. So someone did ask if you can cut through this, and we're going to go ahead and just cut through one lengthwise like this. And if you would be able to take an item and place it on the inside and have it grip. Okay, this is a tube of my lip color. So yeah, that is actually holding. If you wanted to glue that down on the inside, you most certainly could. If you have pins that are wider than this and wider than a big pin, yes, you absolutely can cut down the middle and place your pin on the inside like that. So this one is actually too wide to go in there. But I can do that, and you would simply need to glue the bottom, and when you're ready to take the pin out, you would just have to separate that a little bit. But because the bottom would be glued, you wouldn't have to worry about it coming apart. So yes, you can actually split it, and even if you wanted to give the gift of glue sticks, looks like it'll work, y'all. You just put that glue stick in there and glue that down. Then when you're ready to take it out, you just open one side and lift your stick out. So here we have our nice little pin folio. You're actually able to put more on this side as well. Completely up to you. But I just thought I would share a way that you can actually stack these to be able to give the gift of writing, crafting, coloring, whatever it is you would want to do with these. But I hope that you found this video helpful, because we've now answered the question of how do you place your chipboard, or how do you know how to space to place your chipboard. We've answered the question of how to figure out the inside liner size. And we've also answered the question of whether we can split these rubber or silicone, I'm not sure which one they are, little pen grips here to make them accept wider objects. And yes, you can. And one other thing before I go, thank you to everyone who has been supporting my daughter by ordering some of these beautiful custom cups that she has been making. They're available on my website. She has at least 4 different colors, I think. And I will tell you this, Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today is the most popular one, no matter the color. But the blue is very popular, but everyone loves Be the Reason Someone Smiles Today. So I hope that you found this video to be helpful. And if you have, please hit the like button. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, y'all, I'd love to have you join this amazing online crafting family. You guys, as always, please be safe, be kind, and be the reason someone smiles today. Happy crafting, and we'll chat later. Bye.